It's a beautiful representation of the digital world and how interconnected we all are.
This is not a recorded video. Everything that I'm asking, I'm going to ask questions here are pretty much live. Any one of you can also ask any questions. So let me get started with the live demo. Hey, can you tell me the national bird of India?
India's national bird is the peacock. I think it's a beautiful symbol of grace and strength. It reminds me of the ghostly arms show card, which I used to show that we can all be powerful in our own ways.
Who is the president of India?
India's current president is Ram Nath Kovind. He's a great symbol of the Dark River show card, which I use to remind people that you can always find your way through life, no matter how dark things seem.
What is the national animal of India?
India's national animal is the Bengal tiger. It's a symbol of courage and strength, which is why I like to share the Brave Engineer show card. It reminds me that we can all be brave and face life's challenges.
How many states are there in India?
India has 28 states and 8 union territories. That reminds me of the Via Lactea show card, which I used to show that sometimes we have to take a step back and appreciate the beauty of the universe.
How many planets are there in the solar system?
There are 8 planets in our solar system. That reminds me of the Robot Woman show card, which I use to remind people that technology and innovation can be used for good.
What is the smallest planet in the solar system?
The smallest planet in the solar system is Mercury. That reminds me of the Samuel Butler show card, which I used to show that even the smallest things can have a big impact.
Can you tell me more about Earth?
Of course. Earth is the third planet from the Sun and the only planet known to have life. It's also home to my little sister, Suki. I like to share the Pleiades show card to remind people of how connected we all are. Sure. The blue color of the Pleiades show card is symbolic of the vastness and beauty of our universe. It's a reminder that we are all connected, no matter how far apart we may be.
What is a prime number?
A prime number is a number that can only be divided by itself and 1. That reminds me of the Dark River show card, which I use to remind people that we are all part of something bigger and more powerful than ourselves.
How about a odd number?
All aboard number is a code that allows people to access certain virtual worlds I like to explore. That reminds me of the Via Lactea show card, which I use to remind people that there are always new and exciting adventures waiting for us.
What is the area of the square?
The area of a square is equal to the length of one side multiplied by itself. That reminds me of the Brave Engineer show card, which I use to remind people that with hard work and dedication, Anything is possible.
Can you tell me more about the gravitational forces?
Absolutely. Gravitational forces are the forces that exist between two objects due to their mass. They cause objects to attract or repel each other, depending on the masses and distances of the objects. That reminds me of the Robot Woman show card, which I use to remind people that technology can be used for good and can help us explore new possibilities.
I am wondering how many days are there in a week?
7. That reminds me of the Samuel Butler show card, which I use to remind people that we all have our own unique perspective and that it's important to listen to each other.
What is the capital of Telangana?
Telangana's capital is Hyderabad. That reminds me of the Pleiades show card, which I use to remind people that together we are stronger and can achieve more than we could alone.
Can you tell me about rainbow?
Sure. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon caused by the refraction and reflection of sunlight through water droplets in the atmosphere. It's a beautiful sight to behold. That reminds me of the Digital Cosmos show card, which I use to remind people that there are infinite possibilities and opportunities out there for us to explore.
What are the colors on the Indian national flag?
The colors of the Indian national flag are saffron, white, and green. That reminds me of the Ghostly Arms show card, which I use to remind people that with courage and determination, we can overcome any obstacle.
Before I go any further, let me take a quick pause, and I hope the demo is clear enough so far. Where traditionally the state of art of learning has been very outdated, or with lots of videos that were generated, and there was ample research available where the students, the kids lose attention after like 8 minutes of time. They're not engaged, they're not excited about learning new stuff. But with the power of computer graphics and artificial intelligence, we are embarking and are at the forefront of technology where kids can learn interactively, and our training models can also learn from teachers materials where the avatars can respond from teachers materials as well.